Friends, do you know what an American entrepreneur does when their startup fails? They don't hide. They write a post on LinkedIn, share their insights, and go on to launch a new one. Because in America, failure isn't a stigma, it's truly considered experience. And if you're afraid to make mistakes, you're holding back your own success, holding back your own growth. And today I want to talk to you about how mistakes are viewed in America and how this perspective can change your path in business. My name is Maria Grineva. I've been in marketing for 12 years now. I received an American talent visa. Currently, I work in the US market, and on my channel, I share tips and tricks from American marketing. So if you're an expert or an entrepreneur, welcome home. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to check out my Telegram. There you'll find even more useful and practical information. If you need a personal consultation or a marketing review, be sure to contact my team and we'll set up a meeting. I offer consultation sessions. So let's get started. Friends, let's agree that every entrepreneur or expert makes mistakes, but different cultures perceive mistakes differently. In many countries, failure is considered something shameful. In America, as I see it, it's an inevitable stage of the journey and often even a prerequisite for success. Imagine you're following a GPS and you accidentally take a wrong turn. What does the GPS do? It doesn't yell at you or say, "You're hopeless." It simply recalculates the route. The same approach is used in American business. A mistake is simply new information to build on. Here, the principle of fail fast, fail often really applies. That is, fail quickly and often so you can find a working solution faster. A mistake isn't a failure, it's a hypothesis that didn't work out. Americans, as I see it, really view mistakes as a natural part of testing hypotheses. Just like in science, you propose an idea, test it. If it doesn't work, you draw conclusions. For example, a startup doesn't take off. A post is written, the lessons are shared, and the team moves forward with new knowledge. The main thing is not to confuse the person with the result. A mistake doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you tried. Now you know a bit more and you move on. Let's think about how to analyze mistakes the American way. After every failure, it's important to ask yourself 3 questions. What exactly went wrong? Without emotions, just the facts. Why did it happen? Was it a strategic mistake, a misunderstanding of the audience, or bad timing? And what can I change next time? Where is my growth point here? What can I try differently? Analyze things the way doctors do. Symptoms, diagnosis, and treatment. Change your strategy, not your goal. A mistake is not the end. It's just one of the routes that didn't lead to the goal. An inspiring image. The navigator says recalculating, and you keep moving forward. And it's the same in business. The goal can stay the same, but the path to it changes a little. For example, you wanted to build online sales through Instagram, but it didn't work out. Don't give up on the goal of getting clients online. Try Telegram, YouTube, or partnership collaborations. It still might work out. The fear of making mistakes really kills growth. And the problem isn't the mistakes themselves. The problem is the fear of making a mistake. It makes us avoid launching projects, overthink things, and do nothing, waiting for that perfect moment. In America, a lot of entrepreneurs launch MVPs. These are minimally viable products. In other words, it's a raw product, quick feedback, and then adjustments. It's faster, cheaper, and more effective than waiting for the perfect moment and spending a ton of money on research. As Michael Jordan once said, "Yes, I missed 9,000 times and only 26 times did I hit the target. I failed over and over again, and that's why I succeeded." Friends, create a culture in your mind where you're not afraid to make mistakes. That's normal. If you have a team, create a safe environment for making mistakes. What does that mean? Don't punish for mistakes, discuss failures openly, praise attempts even if they were unsuccessful. For example, at Amazon, as I once read, they analyze not only successful cases, but also failures. There, they look for lessons, not for someone to blame. In such an atmosphere, employees and partners really do experiment more and deliver better results. The American approach, as I observe, is that a mistake is considered an asset. In Silicon Valley, a failed startup is not a source of shame, but a sign that you took action. Investors are more willing to work with founders who have failures behind them than with those who only think and plan. For example, investors in Airbnb, Facebook, and others have said, "We're not afraid that a founder will make a mistake. We're afraid that they won't learn from it." If this approach resonates with you, there's a link to my chatbot below this video. There, I regularly share methods and strategies from American marketing, ready-made templates, various case studies, and useful materials. By the way, friends, this week my program called System First has launched, and its first module is Attract, which is all about launching and whose main goal is to attract your first applications, systematic applications, to your business. So if you are an expert or entrepreneur, if you sell, so to speak, with your personal brand, and it's important for you to grow your social media, then in this module, we will cover positioning, how to create the right offer, and YouTube, how to film it properly without spending tens of, thousands of dollars or whatever, as simply as possible. You see, I love going outside, just filming in general. That's it. So if you have, say, a beauty business, or you sell supplements, or construction, basically anywhere you're the owner, and you grow your business and attract clients through your expertise and personal brand, or if you're an expert or you have an online school, these are the 3 business models, right? Where the marketing strategy is all about building up your social media presence, right? So accordingly, my system and experience will be extremely useful for you. We're also talking about Instagram. A lot of people ask about TikTok. There are a lot of similarities in many aspects, so you can use it as well. And accordingly, a funnel into a chatbot to generate leads or sales if you have an online store. It all works, so go to my Telegram, subscribe, and leave your applications. My team will explain all the details of the program in depth because, as you know from your own business experience, this is the first launch, so my full attention will be on you. That means you get my focus at the most affordable prices. Take advantage of the moment. It's going to be awesome. So friends, making mistakes isn't scary. It's an essential part of business. And the sooner you accept this, the faster you'll start to grow. Because the American approach teaches that a mistake is just a hypothesis that didn't work out. Don't be afraid to experiment. Analyze your mistakes without guilt and with curiosity. Change your strategy if you need to, but don't give up on your goal. Create a culture where making mistakes isn't shameful, but actually useful, both in your own mind and within your teams. Remember the navigator. Every wrong turn is just a new road to the same goal. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like it and share in the comments what mistake you turned into a lesson that helped you grow. This was Maria Grineva with you. See you soon. Bye-bye.